Welcome to Park Bench Interviews, hosted by Randy Goodman, Harvey Callis Real Estate, your real estate professional. Get to know our community, our businesses, products, and services that will elevate your life. Please welcome your hostess, Randy Goodman.
Hey, it's Randy Goodman here with Harvey Callis Real Estate, and I am excited to be here with Mara Aalipour, who is a master branding coach, and I can't wait to hear all about it. Mara, thanks for being with me here.
Thank you, Randy. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm excited too.
My pleasure, and I can't wait to hear. So tell us a little bit about your business and what you do, because I know you're really passionate about it.
Yes, I am, true. I am a co-founder of Smart Shot Media Agency, and what we do, we help business owners with their branding from A to Z. So it means like brand training, helping them come up with a clear message that attracts their ideal clientele, and then help them with visuals for branding, whether it is graphic design, professional photography, or video production.
Okay, wow. So tell us the importance of a business or even an individual having these things in place. What kind of effects or results do they get with it, and why is it important?
Yeah, it's a great question, Randy. Thank you for asking that. I personally believe that branding is the core of any business, not because I'm into branding, but because it will allow you to attract the people that connect with you the best, and then allows you to serve them properly. But unfortunately, this is something that most business owners do not know, and that's why 60% of businesses in any industry struggle all the time. But those who invest in branding, they are able to level up and go to higher levels. 4% of businesses do very good, and only 1% are the leaders. But I personally believe branding is the core of any business, whether you're a solopreneur or you have a bigger business, you have a couple of people, or you're a huge company. At each level, branding is the core.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It shows professionalism, and it also depicts the way you want to be perceived in the world, right? But I have a question about, I think a lot of people think, they think branding is like this huge dollar sign, right? They think, oh my God, if I have to, and some people are kind of old school like me, where you go back to the paper and, newspaper and magazines and brochures and all that kind of stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about, and there may be a lot of solopreneurs out there or smaller entrepreneurs who really should be branded in order to level up. And, I want to kind of ease their mind or not ease their mind as to what does that look like financially. You don't have to give specific numbers, but just like affordability. How, can they feel comfortable that branding or rebranding themselves can be an affordable thing to do, or is it like way out there and totally not affordable?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Randy. Well, branding has different aspects. As I mentioned, what we do is exactly the stages of branding. A lot of people think branding is having a fancy logo or having a fancy, sorry, or having fancy graphic designs in your marketing materials. But branding is much more than that. And it starts with the message that you have, the audience that you want to work with. And based on the level that your business is at, the investment could be different. Let me start by an example. Well, any business at the start, they know, any entrepreneur, every entrepreneur or every business owner, they know what they want to do, right? But a smaller group know how they want to do it. And by that, I mean how to differentiate themselves from the rest of the market. or how to customize their offering to a specific needs of a niche, right? And very, very few entrepreneurs or business owners know why they do what they do. And this is so important because if you have a clear why, then you would be able to touch the heart of your audience with that why, right? So at this stage, when you want to clarify your why or have a value statement for your brand or vision or mission, this part um, requires training. This is not something that we are born with, right?
Right.
So for the training, the dollar investment can be from a couple of $100 to, let's say, $10,000 or more. It depends on who you are hiring or how you are educating yourself on that. Do you want to hire a branding coach to sit with you one-on-one and help you on that, or you want to, for example, buy an online course and learn about it, right?
Right.
So there are different approaches. Then when you have a clear message, it is time to create the visuals, right?
Right.
So for the visuals, you need logos, stationery. I always tell business owners, especially small business owners, that you need to have a face for your company. So if you are the owner, most probably you are the face of your business, right? But if you don't want to be a face of your business, you need to have someone to be the face of your business, because people trust people, not products, not services, at least at the level that we are at. For example, if you are Nike or if you are Coca-Cola and you have billions of dollars for your marketing and branding, then the logo or the name itself can be bigger than the person's face.
Right.
But for solopreneur, business owners, small businesses, I believe the most effective way of branding is that you be the face of your company and tell everybody why you are doing this, and then people start trusting you. And for that, of course, you need to have a professional picture, you need to have logos, graphic design, and this can again can be very different, starting from a couple of $1,000 to $20,000 for a small business.
Right. Okay, that's awesome. Well, that gives, I think it gives people a great picture, and it can be affordable to jump in, and then when they can afford more, keep up leveling.
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. That they can invest more and, you know, really jump it up. So I love that. Thank you. There's probably another sneeze coming. So, so Mara, did you always, like, were you always in this business, or was, like, what did you do before and what led you here? Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Oh, okay, cool. I like this part too. Well, by background, I'm a chemical engineer, and I have been in chemical industry for about 17 years.
Okay.
However, in the middle, I switched from being a quality control manager to being the marketing manager. Oh. And the story is that I have been working, that was a family business, of course, because I have been in my own business my whole career life. So I have been quality control manager working in chemical plants and doing everything, but I had a passion for meeting people, like going into different aspects of the business. So I did my MBA, and then in the same company, I switched my career into being the marketing manager because they needed someone who has the technical background and also know about marketing. So I worked as the marketing manager for about 8 years, 9 years, and then my husband had his media agency, He's a professional photographer and videographer.
Okay.
So we decided to hold hands and found the Smart Shop together.
I love
So,
it.
yeah, thank you. So I am in charge of the sales and marketing in Smart Shop, and he's the art director. And that's how we help our clients. And I believe this is a very good approach because most of the branding agencies do not have the design part or the visual content creation part, or branding coaches, vice versa. Branding coaches cannot do that, and designers cannot coach with branding and with concept and coming up with the right message. So by combining these two different skills, we are able to help small business owners from A to Z of branding.
I love that, like a one-stop shop.
Yes.
Hey, I love that. And I love hearing like how you transition, but then all the professionalism behind that. Like people don't get to see that. They think, branding coach or this or that, and that's all they see. They don't know the story behind it, and they don't understand that there could be a lot of differences between one or the other and what those differences could be, right?
Yeah, true.
And you come with a lot of creative and artistic and technical background to be able to put this whole package together for somebody. So I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You mentioned something really interesting. Yes, it is both art and science. It's a combination of both.
Yeah.
And I really believe that our world is the representation. Sorry, our world is the representation of what we think and our mindset. So I was always interested in psychology, and also so that's why I did my NLP coaching certificate, and I'm an NLP coach practitioner.
Oh, good.
To be able to help my clients in that sense too, because I personally experienced and saw that a lot of business owners have limiting beliefs, negative emotions, and that is what keeps their business at like lower levels,
Right.
not the business environment.
Yeah, totally. Totally. I love that. I love that. Okay. So you also love to give back and support, whether it's charity or volunteering or whatnot. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Well, I have been, I usually don't talk about it, but since you asked, I'm saying that I have been supporting a charity that helps children who are deprived from education because of financial situation. They usually have a parent, a single parent, or they have lost their parents. They live with a family member like a grandmother, grandfather,
Right.
or with a family member. So I support that charity. And recently I met a wonderful lady in your networking event, in your meetup, that she is helping women who are the victims of
Trafficking.
violence. Yeah, violence, domestic violence. So I talked to her, and I'm really excited to join her team to help for marketing her charity in order to be able to raise funds.
Oh, good for you. Thank you for doing that. That's beautiful. And you're also a sponsor at the Toronto Women's Expo. And we're so excited to have you there, waiting for that live event to come.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited. And I'm optimistic that the COVID-19 situation will pass very soon, and we would be able to get together again and be at your event with so many business owners and learn from each other.
Absolutely. Thank you. So do you have any tips or suggestions for people out there? It can be personal, it can be professional, whatever you want.
Well, personally, I believe that our life is all about what we think. and how we see the world, right?
Right.
So I personally suggest that at any situation, instead of focusing on what you cannot control, focus on what you can control. In other words, it's like being optimistic all the time, seeing the glass half full. As an example, we are at the situation right now in quarantine. This is something that we cannot control,
Mhm.
but when it comes to our business, we can always pivot, right? There are ways to pivot, there are ways to serve our audience at this time, either by selling some of our products, not for the sake of selling, but for the sake of being there, being present. And if we cannot sell, we can always be there, call people, be on social media, share experience. If we can, train people with what we are good at in order to give back to the community.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And how can people connect with you? How can they find you?
Yes. My website is www.smartshop.ca, not .com, .ca, and I'll be happy to hear about you, hear from you, and be able to help. Also, our business number is 647-994-0481, and I'll be happy if I can add value.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Mara. And I can't wait to be working with you.
It was a pleasure being here. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you for listening to this interview hosted by Randy Goodman. We hope you will take action and connect with the incredible business people and leaders in our community. And remember, Randy is always here to answer any questions you have regarding your real estate needs. Be sure to register on the website and stay up to date on what's happening in your area at parkbench.com/millpond.